Alright, so welcome back to another brand new sports poster design series, and today we're going to create a very simple poster using very simple step from start to finish. Yes, it's a detailed tutorial, so jump to your computer and follow along with me. And if you love sports poster design and if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, then please do subscribe. And if you want to get this PSD file, yes, it's available on my Patreon, and also a lot file is included. And for the lot file, you guys don't need to pay for that. Just DM me on my Instagram or DM me on my Patreon and I'll send that to you guys directly. And there are tons, yes, there are a lot to cover. So without any further ado, let's dive into the video. So here we go, we are in Photoshop and I have few assets ready to go, and let's create a composition first. And for that, press Ctrl and N, and I'm going for 4:5. Let's keep the resolution as 300, color mode to RGB, bitrate to 8, and let's keep everything as default, and let's click on create. And then right after that, let's drag and drop this background image right over here. And this image is created using ChatGPT, and if you want to get this same image file, please check on the description list below. And let's convert it as a smart object. Control T, and maybe let's make it a little bigger. Here we go, let's keep it right over here, and let's select this part and let's fill this empty part with generative fill, and let's click on generate. And with clicking like Adobe Firefly and expand generation model, let's click on generate. All right, so here we go, and I think I like this version better. And now let's drag, let's select these two, let's click Ctrl and E, and let's merge this file. Let's rename it as a background. All right, now we have our image ready, and let's drag and drop this image right over here, and let's convert this as a smart object. And you know what, let's go to view, let's go to guides, let's turn on that layer guide layout, and then again let's do the same thing, 3:3, so that we can check for rule of thirds. Let's click on OK and press Ctrl and T. Let's make it a little bigger, and I will keep the main character in this part. Here we go. And now let's drag and drop this two-player cutout right over here. Let's convert it as a smart object. Control T. Let's make it a little smaller, and let's keep it right over here. And let's drag and drop another image, and let's convert it as a smart object. Press Ctrl T, let's move it right over here, and let's keep it like that. Let's keep it behind this subject. All right, here we go. All right, let's keep it like that, and let's turn off the guides for now. Go to guides, let's clear that guide. So this is what we got, and let's do some color adjustment, and let's start with our first image. So let's go right over here, let's rename it as layer 1, and let's rename it as image 02, and let's rename it as image 03. And let's go on very top, add a curve, and let's make it way darker. Here we go, and something like that. Let's click on clip to layer so that this will affect that layer only. And maybe some more. Here we go. Maybe let's make it more darker. Here we go. Now let's create it as a highlight. Let's highlights. And let's keep it inside a group. Control G. Rename it as image01. And here we go. Let's click on that layer max, go to brush, and with the white color selected, let's add some highlights. So for that, let's drop down the opacity, let's drop down the flow, and let's start painting right over here. Maybe with the, and let's select on that layer max, let's click on that black color, and let's start painting just like so. Here we go. So this is before and this is after. Let's add few highlights around the face too. Here we go. Maybe let's increase the opacity some more. Here we go. Let's try it around here. All right, now let's add one more curve. Again, let's click on that layer max and let's make it more darker so that we can get the shadows part just like that. And let's fill it with black color, and with the white color selected, let's add those shadows, just the part where we need. And let's go back to white color, let's change the opacity to 100%, and let's add some shadows right around here, maybe here. There we go, right around here. So here we go, this is before and this is after. If you feel that's too much, let's drop down the opacity a little bit and let's rename it as a shadow. And let's add a hue and saturation, and let's click on colorize, let's click on clip to layer, and let's add some color glow, and let's increase the saturation just like that, and let's change the hue to maybe more towards this color. Let's add a little bit of lightness, and here we go. I think I like this one. Let's click on that layer max, let's fill that layer max with black color. And again, go back to brush, and with the white color selected, let's add those color glow right around here. Here we go. So this is before and this is after. Let's add one more hue and saturation. Let's rename it as a warm highlight, and let's add one more hue and saturation, and let's click on that colorize, clip to layer, and again go back to kind of similar color. And for this one, let's change the blending mode to screen, and let's click on that layer max, let's fill it with black color, And again go back to brush, and with the white color selected, let's add some highlights right around here. And for this one I'm going to change the opacity to 100%. So here we go. So this is before and this is after. And maybe let's change the hue color to maybe something red, just like that. Let's increase the lightness just like so. Here we go. I think I like it. And let's add one more solid color, and for this one I'm gonna go for warm color but more toward white. And let's change the blending mode to screen, or I'll just go to soft light. And here we go. Let's see, let's go maybe yep, I'll just go somewhere around here. Right click, create clipping max. Let's fill it with black color, and with the white color selected, let's get that part back. Here we go. Just like so. So this is before and this is after. So let's keep it like that, and let's do the same thing for these two images too. So let's go back on that image too. Let's add a curve, and same thing, let's drop it down, make it darker. Let's click on that, clip to layer max, make it more darker, I guess. Yep, here we go. And let's click on that layer max, go to brush, and with the black color selected, let's erase and create a light. And let's change the flow to 100%. Just like so, maybe right around here. Just like that. Let's drop down the opacity, maybe add a little bit of highlights right around here. And same thing, let's go for hue and saturation. Let's click on that colorize, and let's change the hue. Click to layer, let's change the hue to somewhere around same color. Here we go. Click on that layer max, let's fill it with black color with the white color selected. Let's start painting just like that. Maybe I guess it's too red. Let's go for kind of more warmer color, just like so. Again, click on that layer max, go to brush. Let's start adding those highlights just like so. Here, let's change the blending mode to screen. Okay, let's make a copy. Ctrl J, right click, create clipping max, and right click, create clipping max, and then let's change the color to more red, something like that. Here we go. And with the white color selected, let's start painting. And for this one, maybe let's drop down the opacity some more, just like so. And I guess it's too red, so let's go for kind of a little warmer color, just like that. And let's do this, let's add one more curve, and let's make it like more darker. Create clipping max, let's fill it with black color, go back to brush, and with the white color selected, let's add those dark part right around here. Alright, let's select all this. Let's keep it inside a group. Let's rename it as image 2. And let's do the same thing for this layer. Alright, now let's add a contact shadow. So let's go back right over here and let's create a layer. Underneath, go to brush and let's squeeze the brush. And now let's create a layer. Let's go back, let's keep it right around here, and let's add a shadows. And for that, let's change the opacity to 100% and let's add a contact shadow. Control T, let's keep it right around here, and let's do the same thing. Control T, let's squeeze it, let's keep it right around here, and let's do the same thing for this image. Create a new layer and let's add a contact shadow right around here. Control T, let's squeeze it, let's keep it right around here, and let's make one more layer. Control T, let's squeeze it and let's keep it right around here. Here we go. Alright, now I have a flag cut out ready to go, and you know what, like let's drag and drop this state capital right around here, and let's keep this state capital all the way to the bottom. Control T, let's make it a little smaller and let's keep it right around here. Let's click on that layer max, go to brush, and let's erase these part with the black color. Let's erase this part just like that, and maybe increase the size a little bit. Here we go. And like I said, we're gonna do color correction later and then it's gonna fix everything. So let's keep it like that, and then I have a trophy image ready to go. So let's drag and drop this trophy too, and let's convert it as a smart object. Control T, let's make it a little smaller. Here we go. And again, let's add a curve, and again clip to layer. Let's make it more darker. Here we go. Again, click on that layer max, go back to brush, and let's add some highlights right around here. And again, let's add a hue and saturation. Let's click on that, clip to layer, click on colorize, and let's go for kind of similar color. Here we go, and click on that layer max. Let's fill it with black color, go back to brush, and with the white color selected, let's add those glow right around here, and let's change the blending mode to screen, or let's change it to overlay, I guess. Yep, let's keep it like that. And again, select these 3 layers, keep it inside a group. Let's click on that layer max, go to brush, and let's erase this part just like so. Now let's add some fog, and just to give some depth, and for that I'm gonna use a brush. It's called fog brush. So if you want to get this brush file, please check on the description list below. So I'm gonna go with kind of this brush first. So let's go right over here. Let's create a new layer and let's go for kind of similar color, and let's add a fog. Let's drop down the opacity just a little bit, and let's go right over here and let's create a one more layer on top. Let's go for kind of a little darker color. Here we go. And let's go for let's go for this color brush. So let's add fog right around here. There we go. Let's change the blending mode to soft light. And let's go on very top. Let's add one more color, just like so. Here we go. Let's go back to eraser. Let's erase this part just like that. Let's erase some of these parts too. Alright, and now let's drag and drop a flag cutout. So let's drag and drop this cutout right over here. Let's convert it as a smart object. Press Ctrl T. Let's flip it to the other side. There we go. I'll just keep it right around here. And let's do the same thing. Let's add a curve. And let's click on that clip tool layer. Let's make it darker, more darker. And go back to brush, and with a general soft brush, let's add some highlights. Here we go. Alrighty. Let's add one more hue and saturation. Let's click on that colorize, and with kind of similar color, we change the blending mode to screen and right click, create clipping max. Let's click on that layer max and let's fill that layer max with black color, and with the white color selected, let's start painting those colors right around here. And here we go. Here we go, just like that. And let's go on very top. Let's add a color lookup. And if you want to get this LUT file, please check on the description list below. Let's click on load. So just apply this LUT. So this is before and this is after. And if you want to get this LUT file, please check in the description list below. And let's add kind of some color separation right over here, and for that let's add a blue color, and for that I'm going to use solid color. Let's give it a kind of bluish tint, just like that. And let's change the blending mode to soft light. Let's click on that layer max. Let's fill it with black color and go back to brush, and with the white color selected, let's add some colors right around here. Here we go. And let's add one more curve just to give a little pump. And here we go. Let's add a little bit of shadows. Just let's fill that layer max with black color, and with the white color selected, let's add some glow right around here. Alrighty, and let's make those bottom part a little darker, and for that let's go back to curve again and let's make it more darker. Here we go. Let's drop down the highlights and make it darker too, and let's click on that layer max, and with the black color selected, let's erase that part just like that. And let's merge everything. Control Shift Alt and E. Let's go to filter. Let's go to camera raw filter, and let's add a little bit of highlights. Let's drop down the shadows. Let's make it a little warmer, just like that. And let's add some grains. And there we go. Let's click on OK. So yep, that's the final, and I hope you guys learned something new from this tutorial. And I'll see you on next video. Till then, you guys take care, be safe, and be creative. Bye bye.